Guys, how's it going? It's your buddy Jake Dominguez back with another movie review. Well, my Halloween series is continuing, and today I'm reviewing a brand new movie. It is called Cult of Chucky. It is the seventh, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm right. The seventh entry in the Child's Play or Chucky movie series. I was actually able to watch it on Netflix a week or two ago. Let's talk about it. Here's my review. Cult of Chucky is the man, how do I explain the plot of this movie? So, there is a character in the last Chucky movie who was framed by Chucky for murder. Like that she murdered all the people that Chucky killed, I guess. And she is taken into a mental asylum. And while she's there, all these weird things are happening, and it's becoming clear that Chucky, the doll, the murderer in the doll's, whatever, I don't know. It's hard to explain. And this mythology is so complicated, obviously too complicated for me. Something is there. She doesn't know how or why, but something's going on. Eventually things go crazy, and obviously something is going on. This is an interesting movie for me to review. Because as you can tell, I'm having trouble even explaining the plot of this movie. Because I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. I wasn't that big a fan of this movie. However, not necessarily because I think it's a bad movie. And also, I didn't like the movie, and a lot of it's on me. It's my fault. Does that make sense? Let me explain. There's a lot of things to like in this movie. Now, Don Mancini, who's written all the screenplays for the Child's Play series, he's writing and directing here, does a pretty good job. There's some cool shots in this. Every entry in the Child's Play series has its own kind of unique and feel, so I'm told, especially according to the ones I've seen. I'll get to that in a moment. And this one definitely feels different. It definitely is better than it has any right to be. No seventh entry in a series. I'm pretty sure it's the seventh. I'm really embarrassed, but somewhere around there if I'm wrong. No seventh entry in a series has a right to be this good. This is definitely a fresh take on this property. And I think that if you're a fan of Chucky and the Child's Play movies, you're going to be satisfied with this movie. If you are a fan of these characters and Chucky in these movies, I'm pretty sure you'll be satisfied with it. And from what I can tell, the fans have been satisfied. This movie's gotten good reviews. I think it's going to do well for them. And for Don Mancini's sakes and the sake of the fans, I hope they go on and make even another one. Because this series, I have a lot of respect for it for this reason. It's 7 movies, no reboots, no remakes. It's a continuing story. And I respect it for that reason. Part of the reason I wasn't that big a fan of this movie is on me. Because I haven't seen all those movies. I'm going to be completely honest. I think the first Child's Play is a really good classic horror movie. It's a lot better if you go back and watch it. I've seen bits and pieces of the rest of them. Like, I've seen parts of Bride of Chucky. I never saw the last one, Curse of Chucky, so I didn't know who this new character girl even was. I was able to basically figure out, oh, okay, she must have been from the other one. But I haven't seen all of them one to one to one. That's a problem because it's a story here. There's a big mythology, chapter to chapter, movie to movie. And I didn't really know that going in, if I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't really know what I was getting into when I saw this movie. And so there are characters in Cult of Chucky that I didn't immediately recognize as from, oh, it's from that movie. It was, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, there's a few, like when Jennifer Tilly showed up, I know she was in the other ones and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, it's her. But overall, I'm not too familiar with the story and the characters. Therefore, of course, I'm not going to get a lot out of this movie. So, full credit. It's on me. I should have seen all of them before I sat down and watched this one. Really, it's not even a fair review, I almost feel, because it's like, I probably should have, so I can have more knowledge of these characters and stuff like that. It makes it a lot more different, a lot more special. That's on me. That's my mistake. So it's not even fair for me to review this. The other thing I wanted to say is that this movie, again, I didn't like it, but not because it's a terrible movie. I think the movie's okay. It's fine, but it's not really my thing. And I'm pretty sure Don Mancini, I think that's his name, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think he'd be okay with that. These movies aren't for everyone. all the Child's Play movies, after the first one anyway, they seem to be, the tone of it could be played very campy. It can be, it's totally all over the place. And a movie like this is either for you or it's not. If you're not a fan, if you're not into the tone of where this movie goes, you probably won't enjoy it very much. And that was it for me. I think it's a well-made movie. I think it's okay. But it's just not for me. If I'm going to be honest, I found it a little silly at times. And I was honestly kind of not bored. I was just didn't really get that much into it. I didn't find it really that scary. But if you're a fan of these movies, I think you'll really enjoy this one. Again, it's not a terrible movie. I wouldn't hesitate to even call it a bad movie. For me, it's just kind of in the middle. It's just not for me. It has nothing to do with the movie. It's on me. There's some good special effects. There's some really good gore effects and stuff like that. The actor who plays Chucky, what's his name? Oh, shoot. Brad Dourif? I don't think I'm saying that right. Shoot. Oh, gosh. He's a good actor. I'm sorry. It's down in the description below. I don't think I pronounced it right at all. But he does great. You could tell that he's having fun doing this iconic character just as he always has. But overall, it's just not for me. Now, the thing I did like about this movie is the third act. This movie does take some risks in getting really weird in the third act. There's some psychological horror going on, and I like that. That was pretty cool. But overall, again, just not for me. But if you're a fan, I would highly recommend it. And I would recommend even seeing the first Child's Play at least, because it is a really fun horror movie. So I'm going to give Cult of Chucky a C+. For me, it's just right there in the middle. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. It isn't really for me. Well, guys, that's my thoughts on this movie. Let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments section below. And if you are a fan of these movies and of these franchise, let me know what you thought of it especially. Because, again, I want to hear different perspectives on this. Maybe I should watch all those other movies and watch this. Maybe have a different perspective on it. You know what I mean? Like, if once I were to watch all those films and really know the story and the mythology well, maybe it'll change for me. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments section below. Man, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching this video and for subscribing to my channel. Please, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you so much for watching, and never forget, I'm your friend. I'm always going to be there for you. Thank you so much for being my friends. You guys are the best, and I will see you next time.